Hi everyone, in the previous sessions we have gone through what is Python programming, what are Python installations and Python data types. In the today's session we are going to deal with the Python operators and expressions which are very useful in the Python programming. So before moving to the Python operators and expressions, let us understand this topic with a sample real world example. Four friends have went to the shopping mall where two friends are selecting their favorite dresses. It can be a sari, kurta or chudidar. So after selecting their favorite dresses, they have moved to the bill counter where a computer calculates the amount based on the chosen dresses and generates the bill. So how a computer calculates the amount? This can be done with the help of operators and expressions in Python. Before knowing more about the building blocks of operations and expressions, let us understand what is an operation and what is an expression in Python. Operation is nothing but an action that is performed with the help of symbols. In that case, we will say it as an operation. When coming to the expression, we will have a combination of values, variables and operations and prints the result. Nothing but in the previous slide where we have a combination of dresses, nothing but the values. It can be 600, 700. We will say it as a value and we will perform some action on it and we will get a result of some amount. If in that case, if we add 600 plus 700, we will get as a we'll get 1100 as an output. So that we will say it as a result which will be generated with the help of expressions in Python. So here we have 5 to 6 building blocks of operations and expressions. They are arithmetic operations, relational operations, logical operations, assignment operations, membership operations and identity operations. So the arithmetic operations here basically use it for performing the calculations. As in the previous slide we have seen an example that is related to the shopping. In that case we will use the arithmetic operations. When coming to the relational operations, we will prefer this operation when we have a comparison, and coming to the logical operations we will use this when we have multiple conditions and assignment operators where we will assign the values to the variables, and coming to the membership operations which is used to test whether the particular value exists or not, and the identity operations are used to compare the memory locations. So first let us understand these building blocks bit by bit. So first we will see arithmetic operations in Python. So what are arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators, basically these are useful for performing the mathematical operations in Python where we will get the result as a numerical values, where we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulo and exponential. The addition is represented with the plus sign and the subtraction is represented with the minus, multiplication is with asterisk and floor division is represented with the double slashes, and exponential is represented with two asterisks and division is represented with single slash, and the modulo is represented with the percentages in Python. With the help of these symbols we can calculate the mathematical operation between the two variables in Python. So here the addition is useful for adding the two values and the subtraction is useful for subtracting the numbers, multiplication where we multiply the two numbers, and the division is useful for dividing the two numbers, and floor division is useful for dividing the two numbers and gives the nearest number. For example, if we get the result as 3.57, it gives the nearest number, that is 3. And coming to the modulo, where we have a reminder after dividing the two numbers, and coming to the exponential, we will have a power. It means, for suppose if we say 2 power 5, we will get the result by using the exponential. So let us have a small practical session on this arithmetic operators right now, so you can understand more easily. So here in the search tab, type VS Code and click on open. Where it opens your VS Code environment. Now here you can click on new file, you can open a file, or you can open the folder also in the VS Code. Right now I require only the new file, so I'll click on new file and click on Jupyter Notebook. So first here we are dealing with the arithmetic operators in Python. So first let us consider two variables with some value, some a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Let's print these two values. Run this code by clicking on this button, or else you can use shift plus enter. So here is the output 10 and 20. It means the 10 value is stored in A and the 20 is also stored in B. To get a new cell, you can click here. You can see a new cell is added. So first we will perform addition of this A and B. So I'll type C equal to A plus B. So here the A and B indicates the operands. Actually A and B are the operands, and the plus sign indicates the operator, nothing but the addition operator in Python. Okay. We will use hash for comment, not the double slashes. So let's print the result of C. We will get output as 30. It means we have performed addition. And now performing the subtraction. For suppose if we take another variables like d equal to 50 and r equal to 40. Now I'll perform subtraction where s equal to d minus r, where the minus symbol, it means minus symbol indicates the subtraction operation. So printing the result gives me 10 as an output. So we have completed subtraction operation, and now we'll perform multiplication. Directly we can write print d into d asterisk r. So it multiplies both and gives me the output as 2000. So this we will say it as multiplication operation. And now we will perform division, that is nothing but d divided by r, where it performs division. and print me the output as 1.25. This is here our division operation. Okay. Now I'll perform floor division where it gives me the nearest number. So we'll perform the floor division on same variable D and R. So let's see what the nearest number for 50 divided by 40. Oh, so actually we need to use double slashes for floor division again if we run. So here the value is 1.25. The nearest number will be 1. So this is our floor division. And if we want the remainder of this same variable D and R, we will use the percentage for the variables. So we will get, this is nothing but the remainder operation. So if I run this, I'll get 10 as my remainder. So now we will perform power. For suppose if we want to calculate 2 power 5, so let us consider P is equal to 2 and O equal to 5, and I want to do calculation of P exponential where we have double asterisk 5, and gives me the result as 32, where the 2 power 5 indicates that 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. It means we have a 5 times multiplication of 2. We will get the result as 32. This operation is nothing but the exponential operation in Python. These are the basic arithmetic operations in Python. As we have run it, the sample code. If we want to save this Jupyter notebook, just go to the file and click on save as, and type it as arithmetic.ip, and the file, as it is in Jupyter notebook, you have to save it as ipynb file and click on save. So here it is saved into my system. So this is a small practical session on arithmetic operations. Now we will go with the relational operators, nothing but the comparison operators in Python. So what is a comparison operator? Comparison operator is nothing but it basically compares the two values. Here you can see x greater than or equal to y. It means we are comparing the x value with y. In that case, we will use these operators in Python. It basically returns only two values. One is true and the other is false. So we have a relational operators that has less than, equal to, greater than or equal to, greater than, not equal to, or less than or equal to, where we will use this operator to compare the two values. The double equal to indicates whether the two values are equal or not. Here x equal to y indicates the left side x is must equal to the right side value of y. When coming to the greater than or equal to, it returns true when the value of x is greater than y. In the same case where we have a greater than symbol, where we don't have equal to value, it returns true when x is greater than y only. When x value is equal to y, it prints false, as we have used only the greater than symbol. So it gives only for true when the x value is greater than y. Coming to the less than symbol, it returns true when y is less than x, and otherwise it is false when coming to the less than or equal to operator. It is also the same when y value is less than x or equal to x. Okay, otherwise it returns false when coming to the not equal to operator, where the two values need not to be equal, they need to be different. In that case it returns true, else it is returns false. Let us have a practical session on this comparison operator to understand more how it returns true and how it returns false. When it is returning true, when x is greater than or less than or greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Let's have a look on it. Going to this new and open a new file and go to the Jupyter notebook. And if we want to have a heading that is to represent it in big letters, click on the markdown here and give a slash hashtag and type relational operations in Python and click on shift enter, where we can see a large heading with bold characters. Now we have a symbols of relational operators, that is less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. These are the relational operations in Python. Okay. So first we will take two variables, that is x equal to 10 and y equal to also 10. First we will check whether whether these two values are equal or not. So by clicking on the shift enter, or actually it is in the markdown. So what we will do in this case here, by going here and click on code and retype it, x equal to 10, y equal to 10, and write print x equal to y. It checks here, the Python checks whether the x and y values both are equal. If both are equal, it prints the output as true, otherwise it prints the output as false. So here we can see the output as true. So this is the equal to operator in Python. Now let's test with some other values where the x and y are not equal, where will give us 90 and y equal to 21, and then print x equal to y. At this case we will get the output as false. This is how the equal operator works. And coming to the next, we will prefer with greater than. It means the x value needs to be greater than y. Let's take, already we have x value as 90 and y value as 21. So the output will be true, as above our x value is 90 and the y value is 21. So the x value is greater than y, so it prints true. For suppose if I have given greater than or equal to, in that case also it gives me the true, as the x value is greater than y. So let's take a false case of it. For suppose x equal to 91 and y equal to 100. In this case the x value is not greater than y, it gives me the output as false. Okay. In the same way the less than also works. If I say x less than y, it gives me true because now my x value is 91 and y value is 100. Okay, in that case it gives me true. Let us take two values as same. For suppose s equal to 10, y equal to also 10. In this case, if we write x less than y equal to, x less than equal to y, in this case also we will get false because here, okay, I need to write s here, not in this case we will get true here. It means the s and y are same, so that's why this is printing true. And coming to the not equal to, where we will have two different values. For suppose the s and y both are same in the above, if I say s not equal to y, it needs to give me false in this case because both are same here. So if I change the value of s to some 78, now rerun it, here we can get true. Here the s value is 78 and the y value is 10. So in this case we will get it as true. And now we have seen the practical session on comparison operators in Python. In the upcoming sessions, we will see more about the logical operators, membership operators, and the other related operators that are remind and lot more. This is Gayatri from Learning and Expertise signing off.